Fall is the perfect time of year for gathering family and friends, whether it's for a casual get-together or it's for one of the large family holidays. It's a perfect time for you to roll out a fall-themed charcuterie board. It's easy to do, it's delicious, and your family and friends will love it. To get started, take a trip to your local grocery store and to your local dollar store to see what options you have for delicious little snacks to put onto your charcuterie board, as well as some fall-themed decorations that will help you to celebrate all of the colors of fall. At the grocery store, you'll want to choose 3 different cheeses. I like to start with a round of brie. It's delicious and flexible. A brick of cheddar cheese that you can serve whole or slice. And I like Havarti cheese, often with a seasoning to it. You'll also want to add some meats to your tray. Choose between 1 and 3 cured meats. Today I'm choosing Genoa salami. Nuts make a really nice addition to a charcuterie tray. The crunch, the flavor, people love them. And today I'm going to kick it up by making a signature nut blend. Fruit is always a great addition to a charcuterie tray for the flavor of the season, for the color, and for a little bit of a healthiness to your snack tray. Because this is a fall-themed charcuterie tray, I am using apples, red apples and green apples. I'm going to slice them thinly and distribute them on the tray for both color and flavor. To make my signature nut blend, mix 1 cup of fancy mixed nuts with 1/4 cup of chocolate chips, your favorite kind, 1/4 cup of candy corn for the fall color and fun, and 1/4 cup of juicy, delicious dried cranberries. Mix that together and you have a lovely fall-themed nut mixture. I also like to add a signature dip to my charcuterie. Today, that signature dip is my caramelized onion dip. It's got the perfect flavors for fall. For the onion dip, I start by slicing 4 large onions, cutting them in half first and then in thin slices, and heating 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter and 2 tablespoons of olive oil in a pan. When the butter and oil are hot, add the onions to the pan. We want our onions to cook low and slow so we can have some brown caramelized flavor. It's going to take a while, but low and slow makes for delicious onions for your dip. As your onions start to soften, add 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm using kosher salt. 1/2 teaspoon of ground black pepper. And 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Now this cayenne is going to give a delicious, subtle heat to the onion dip. And stir that in. As the onions cook, I like to break them up with the side of a spatula into littler pieces. Set your onions aside to cool. To make the dip, we're mixing together 8 ounces of cream cheese with a cup of mayonnaise and a cup of sour cream. You're going to want to use an electric mixer for this because you want these to cream together really, really well. Then just fold in all of your cooked and cooled onions. Now it's best to make your onion dip a day or 2 in advance because the flavors will meld together and it gets so much better after it sits in your fridge for a little while. To assemble the board, I have to decide on the placement of all of my items. So I will have 2 vessels, one to hold the nut mixture and one to hold the onion dip. And I've set them diagonally across from each other. In the center, I have a round of brie, a brick of cheddar cheese, and I'm going to offset that with my Havarti. After placing the cheeses, I like to place the meats on the board. And sometimes I'll just lay them out in layers like this. And sometimes I like to do a little fancy fold for them, like this. Next, place your thinly sliced apples or whatever fruit you've decided to use on your board in an attractive pattern. I left the skins on so it would look pretty and festive. Next, add your crackers. Add more themed decor. To finalize your fall charcuterie, top your brie at room temperature with a delicious topping. This is fig jam. Fill your bowl for your onion dip and place it on your board. Make sure you have utensils and you're ready to serve your delicious fall charcuterie.